मुंबई तक आने के लिए, रत्नागिरी से आने के लिए, it requires some particular process. Maybe they are coming by van, maybe they are coming by some truck or whatever it is coming. You are eating in your own family. Now you must have brought it from Crawford Market. From there it is coming to your place, maybe Bandra, Khar, whatever it is. When it is coming over there, then after you have eaten it, you are discarding that particular seed into the ground in your own building. Then if it is growing that particular type of fruit, if it is very sweet, you may get the fruits which are very sweet. But next year immediately नहीं मिलेगा, इसको 15-20 साल लग जाता है लगते लगते मैंगो का झाड़ को फ्रूट्स देने के लिए. So don't think that आज उगाया कल immediately आपको आम मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं है इसमें. Fruits give, hence we say that they are helpful for disposal of the seeds. वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जा रहा है इसके लिए. Fruit gives protection to the seed in the immature condition and is also involved in the disposal of the seed. The seed is the post-fertilized ovule. The integuments of the ovule become dry, hard, and form testa, whereas the inner integument forms the tegment. In some cases, mucilus remains as a thin layer called as perisperm. The micropyle remains in the form of a fine pore on the surface of the seed. Then significance and fruits. They enclose seeds. They are nutritive. They are helpful for dehiscence or dispersal of seeds. Now, what do I mean by the term dehiscence and dispersal? Dispersal यानी कि एक जगह से दूसरी जगह लेके जाने का. Disperse yourself. Correct? एक जगह से दूसरी जगह लेके जाने का, लेके आने का, and all such things. That is dispersal. But what about dehiscence? To break open. आपने देखा होगा बटन अगर झाड़ पे रख दोगे सूख जाएगा अपने आप, उधर ही सूखेगा, उधर ही खुल जाएगा और अपना सीड्स छोड़ देता है. That is called as dehisced matter. Correct? The same way you see a gawar, chauli, French beans, etc. All these are the legumes. They will break open and they will disperse the seeds. Even this ladyfinger, it will disperse the seeds. So dehiscence के बाद में dispersal है. जब ये खुलेगा तभी वो छोड़ेगा ना seeds को. That's why we say. So they are helpful for dehiscence as well as or dispersal of the seeds. Significance of seeds, helpful for propagation. नया झाड़ बनाने के लिए. Seed can undergo dormancy. The ability of the seeds to germinate after dormancy is termed as seed viability. It stores reserve food material. The testa of the seed protects it, that is the embryo, from mechanical shocks and dry conditions, as well as high temperature. Significance of endosperm. In angiosperm, it is triploid in nature. It provides better nourishment to the developing embryo. It is more efficient. It gives genetic superiority. That is pertaining to the significance of the endosperm. Then you have something pertaining to apomixis. In our first lecture, we had mentioned about the apomixis. Now we have to go further with that particular phenomena of apomixis. What is apomixis? Apo is without, mixis is mixing. Without the fusion of the gametes, the seed or the new plant is being formed. It is called as apomixis. It is a type of asexual method of reproduction, basically. It is an asexual method of reproduction without formation of the gametes and the act of fertilization to form the embryo. Or in other words, it is unusual sexual reproduction where there is no meiosis and syngamy. Correct? Embryo develops in the ovule. Ovule develops from the seed to form the seed. It is based on two terms, namely apogamy and apospory. Apo is without, gamy is gametes. Apo is without, spory is spores. Without the formation of the gametes, without the formation of the spore, microspore and megaspore. Correct? This particular phenomena of apomixis is based on apogamy without the formation of gametes. That is androecium का male gamete, that is pollen grain में से male gametes निकलता है वो, और ovule में से जो female gamete निकलता है spore. Apogamy, a gametophyte organ or cell undergoes embryo without, a gametophyte organ or cell produces embryo without fertilization. That is, without the production and fusion of the gametes, it is called as apogamy. गमेट्स बना भी नहीं है, गमेट्स का फ्यूजन भी नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन आपका एम्ब्रियो बना है, तो वी कॉल दिस एज एपोगैमी. नेक्स्ट वन, एपोस्पोरी, a diploid sporophytic cell produces a diploid gametophyte without undergoing meiosis. It is termed as एपोस्पोरी. अभी इसमें मेरा एक हाथ का सेल, मे बी मेरा उंगली का सेल, मे बी मेरा पैर का सेल, whatever it is, a diploid cell, correct? A diploid sporophytic cell produces a diploid gametophyte without undergoing meiosis. It is termed as एपोस्पोरी. इसमें meiosis वगैरह नहीं होता, डायरेक्टली वो बन जाता है न्यू प्लांट. The main categories of apomixis are recurrent apomixis, non-recurrent apomixis, adventive embryony. Now there are three different types of apomixis. One is recurrent, one is non-recurrent, and one is adventive. Recurrent apomixis, it is diploid sporophytic cell or archisporial cell or nucellus forms the embryo when diploid megaspore mother cells form the embryo sac. It is known as diplospory or apospory. In this, the nucellar cell gives rise to apomictic embryo sac. Example, Taraxacum. Example is Taraxacum. What is the nucellar cells? The cells of the nucellus, we said, they are parenchymatous cells. They are diploid in nature. It is these cells which are forming the embryo sac directly. वो cell undergoes meiosis. It forms a linear tetrad of 4 haploid megaspores. Of this, top 3 disintegrate. Left out is 1 that divides and redivides to form embryo sac. ये ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Directly nucellus to diploid cell parenchymatous. It is undergoing the formation of embryo sac. This phenomena we call it as diplospory, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो spore बना है वो भी diploid है already, and it is called as apospory because there is no formation of the spore basically. In this, the nucellar cell gives rise to the apomictic embryo sac. Example, Taraxacum. Non-recurrent apomixis. In this case, the megaspore mother cell undergoes usual meiotic or reductional division and an embryo sac with 6 cells and 1 diploid. 6 haploid cells and 1 diploid cell is formed. This is perfect. आपका ये embryo sac था इधर. Here there were antipodal cells. These are all haploid in nature, antipodals. Here you had the egg cell, the 2 flanked one, the other exsynergids, that is egg apparatus. In the center, we had 2 cells, that is secondary nucleus or definitive nuclei or polar nuclei. So what they have said is 6 haploid cells. Here there are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 haploid cells and 1 diploid cell. ये secondary nucleus diploid है क्योंकि दोनों पोल से एक इधर आया था. Correct? Non-recurrent, in the case of megaspore mother cell, undergoes usual meiotic or reductional division and an embryo sac with 6 haploid and 1 diploid cell is formed. The embryo arises either from the egg cell by parthenogenesis or from haploid cells of the gametophyte. It is also known as apogamy, that is without the production of the gametes or fusion of the gametes, you can say. Example, Nicotiana. Next is adventive embryony. Normal zygotic embryo along with additional embryos developing from nucellus or integuments. It results in polyembryony. Example, mango, citrus, orange, etc. Now, this apomixis can be put into a nutshell. The apomixis can be put into a nutshell. So let's see how it is. Apomixis, formation of the embryo through asexual method. Apogamy, gametophytic cell produces embryo without fertilization. Gametophytic cell, gametophytic plant यानी कि the plant which is capable of producing the gametes. वो वाला gametophytic cell, वो plant का जो cell है उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं gametophytic cell. That gametophytic cell is producing the embryo without fertilization. Then apospory, sporophytic cell produces embryo without sporogenesis. यानी कि it is not undergoing reduction, division, and all such thing. It is forming the spore. It is forming the new plant. That is, without the formation of the spore, the new plant is being formed. Then it is agamospermy, production of seed from the embryo formed without meiosis and syngamy. एक तो meiosis reduction division नहीं हो रहा है, दूसरा fusion भी नहीं हो रहा है. उसके बिना भी आपको बनता है seed. Correct? Production of seed from the embryo formed without meiosis and syngamy. That is agamospermy. That is called as adventive. That is called as adventive. This polyembryony. Apogamy can also be called as non-recurrent. Apospory is called as recurrent. Correct? Apomixis. Now, apomixis, recurrent, non-recurrent, adventive. Recurrent is observed in Texacrum, non-recurrent in Nicotiana, whereas adventive embryony is observed in mango, citrus, lemon, etc. वो टाइम पे जो याद आया आपको. In the case of recurrent, we'll see first diplospory unreduced, diploid embryo sac from megaspore mother cell, apospory apomictic embryo sac. Non-recurrent example Nicotiana, parthenogenesis embryo formed from the egg cell, that is N. Apogamy embryo from haploid cell. Sterile plants. Third one is adventive embryony. यानी कि एक से अनेक एम्ब्रियो बनते हैं. Correct? Addition to zygotic embryo formed from the nucellus or integuments. इसका आगे का कोई पॉइंट्स नहीं है, only that much is said. Next is significance of this apomixis. अभी इसका क्या रोल है? कोई कैरेक्टर अपने को रखना है, प्रिजर्व करना है, then that particular character can be preserved by means of this phenomena of apomixis. It is used in horticultural practices basically. Genetically identical plants can be produced effectively and rapidly by apomixis. Parthenocarpy. The term was coined by Knoll in 1902. Formation of fruit. Without the process of fertilization, the placental tissue produces certain phytohormones such as auxin, indole acetic acid, stimulates the enlargement of the unfertilized ovule into the fruit. It can also be induced artificially by spraying hormones, gibberellins, or other physical methods. The fruits so formed are seedless. They resemble to the normal fruits, example pineapple, banana, papaya, etc. Artificially produced fruit are called as parthenocarpic fruits, example grapes. नेक्स्ट वन पॉलीएम्ब्रियोनी, यानी कि एक एग सेल है, मेल गमेट आया तो फर्टिलाइजेशन हुआ, एम्ब्रियो बनता है. लेकिन आप में और अब में, इन ह्यूमन बीइंग्स रादर, वी हैव एम्ब्रियो, द zygote which is formed, please pay attention over here, the zygote which is formed in the case of human beings, which is diploid in nature, it divides mitotically first, correct, to form two different cells. It will divide mitotically again to form 4 different cells. It will again divide mitotically. But this division I had told you last time would be perpendicular to the first two. Would be perpendicular to the first two. लेकिन अभी जो मैं पॉलीएम्ब्रियोनी बोल रही हूँ, एक फिनोमिना ऐसा भी हो सकता है, ये जो एक सेल है ये डिवाइड हो गया 2 में. Properly you got 2 cells. ऐसा 2 सेल्स मिला. अभी दोनों अपना अपना डिवीजन दिखाएगा. ये लॉन्जिट्यूडनल डिवाइड होगा, ऐसा डिवाइड होगा, ऐसा डिवाइड होगा. ये भी वैसे ही डिवाइड होगा. longitudinal, perpendicular, ऐसा. Correct? Means what? It is saying that is called as polyembryony. ये आप में, हमने ह्यूमन सोसाइटी में भी होता है. One zygote is being formed. that zygote immediately first divide to form two daughter cells. Correct? These two daughter cells individually then will show that cleavages, first division, second division, third division, fourth division, fifth division till 32 cell sheet. अभी ये जो दो निकले अपने को, these two are said to be the twins. Now, because they are from one zygote only, they are called as monozygotic twins. And these monozygotic twins normally have the same sex and are identical in many of the features. Twins लड़का और लड़की भी होता है, but that is polyembryony. दो बराबर फ्यूजन हुआ है, दो जाइगोट बना है, इधर जाइगोट एक बना है, वो जाइगोट डिवाइड होता है. Therefore, we call it as monozygotic twins. We call them as monozygotic twins. That is अपना human society का. Polyembryony developed from more than one embryo in the seed is termed as polyembryony. More than one seed in the embryo. It was discovered by Leuwenhoek in 1719 in the seeds of citrus. It consequently results in the emergence of multiple seedling. Polyembryony may be true or false, depending upon whether many embryo arise in the same embryo sac or in different embryo sacs in the same ovule. In adventive polyembryony, the embryo develops directly from the diploid cell of the nucellus and integuments, as in the citrus. The cleavage in the polyembryony, cleavage of the zygote forming proembryo, sometimes divides into many parts. Each then develops into an embryo. Polyembryony increases the chances of survival of the new plants. Nucellar adventive polyembryony. It is of great significance in horticulture. Advantages of polyembryony. Genetically uniform seedlings, emergence of multiple seedlings, beneficial in horticulture, growing fruits. Growing of fruits is not horticulture. Growing of fruits can be called as pomoculture. It is called as pomoculture. Whereas horticulture is growing of plants. आपने जॉनसन जॉनसन का लॉन देखा होगा, या अपना सिग्नल्स वगैरह पे भी कोई लॉन्स बनाते हैं वो लोग, अच्छा ब्यूटीफुल गार्डन्स के जैसा. So in that particular case, that part is done by means of the horticulturist. Now horticulture exactly will not do that. He is having some workers under Malik, they call them as gardeners. These gardeners को लोग बताते ऐसे ऐसे करो, and then they do it. And when once they have learned the techniques, they start their own nurseries, so that they are benefited. ऐसा करके. Advantages of polyembryony: genetically uniform seedlings, then emergence of multiple seedlings, as well as beneficial in horticulture or growing of fruits. Then commercial exploitation of polyembryony. अभी अगर जो polyembryony हो रहा है तो उसका हम लोग दुरुपयोग भी कर रहे हैं commercially. अपने को फायदा नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि उसका दुरुपयोग हो रहा है. Next, polyembryony is the development of more than one embryo in the seed. Commercially hybrid disease-free plants that survives in any condition can be obtained. Many viable seeds at a time so that the farmer does not need to buy new seeds every year. Plays an important role in plant breeding and horticulture. This is pertaining to this chapter which is getting over. Now there are certain things. You'll have to pay attention to these things. All these things are revision steps. Just see. These are the columns, column A and column B. Basically, they're the right answers. I have not done the mixed matching over here. Mixed match करके मैं question पूछ सकती हूँ, but here it is just contradictory answer to it. Correct? So please pay attention. Intine of pollen grain, cellulose. Pollen grain, microspore mother cell. Pinnide stigma, long styled stigma. Thumb-eyed stigma, short styled stigma. Exine of the pollen grain, sporopollenin. Clistogamous, flowers which never open. Megasporangium, ovule. Stalk of ovule, funiculus. Embryo sac, female gametophyte. Endothecium, middle layer of the anther. Tapetum, nutritive layer. Anemophily, wind pollination. Hydrophily, pollination by water. Ornithophily, pollination by means of birds. Entomophily, pollination by means of insects. Double fertilization. angiosperm, ovary wall, pericarp. Next is dormancy, seed, endosperm, food, polyembryony, citrus, apospory, non-recurrent apomixis, coleorhiza, radical, coleoptile, plumule. I cannot call this as radical and plumule. I can say that coleorhiza and coleoptile are the leaf-like structures which are preventing or which are protecting the young leaves, that is now what is that? Young leaves, the young root and the leaves, that are radical as well as the plumule. Next is food storing tissue, endosperm, parthenocarpic fruit, grapes, membranous seed coat, maize, ovule, seed, fleshy fruit, guava, orange, mango, dry fruit, groundnut, mustard, etc. Next, I have done some ploidies. You have to concentrate on some ploidies over here. Correct? The different levels of the ploidies in the plant parts. Levels of ploidy in the different parts of the plant. Egg cell or oosphere, root, endosperm. Egg cell or oosphere, egg synergids, antipodal cells, microspore or pollen grain, megaspore, male gametes. All these are haploid by nature. Root, stem, leaf, integument, secondary nucleus. Correct? Fruit, seed, pollen mother cell, megaspore mother cell, nucellus, all in turn are said to be diploid in nature. Go to the last one, that is triploid. Triploid mein only one thing is there, that is the endosperm. Now there are some MCQs for you all. See that you all are able to solve them. How many meiotic divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds? Bolo. How many meiotic divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds? Anybody? All sleeping? Tired with the college work? Means that option is not given 59. 50. Okay, how did you get that answer 50? How did you get that answer 50, my dear? Shukla, how did you get 25 answer? Which notes? Show. Which notes? Show. How many meiotic divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds? कौन से notes में लिखा हुआ है 50 करके दिखाओ. बताओ बताओ. Nobody? बोलो. How many meiotic divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds? 100 seeds बनाने के लिए मेरे को 100 seeds बनाने के लिए मेरे को 100 मेल गमेट्स चाहिए प्लस मेरे को 100 फीमेल गमेट्स चाहिए. फीमेल गमेट बनाने के लिए मेगास्पोर मदर सेल में से एक मेगास्पोर मदर से मेरे को एक ही फीमेल गमेट मिलता है. एक मेगास्पोर मदर से मेरे को एक ही फीमेल गमेट मिलता है. करेक्ट? तो मेरे को अगर जो 100 चाहिए तो ये तो 100 मियोसिस हो ही गया इधर. लेकिन एक माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल से मेरे को 4 पोलन ग्रेन मिलता है. अगर जो मेरे को सॉरी एक माइक्रोस्कोप मदर सेल से मेरे को 4 पोलन ग्रेन मिलता है, एक पोलन ग्रेन से मेरे को मेल गमेट मिलता है, यानी कि पर पोलन ग्रेन इज गिविंग राइज टू 1 मेल गमेट, यस और नो, एंड दैट पर्टिकुलर 1 मेल गमेट 1 पोलन ग्रेन, यानी कि मेरे को 100 पोलन ग्रेन्स चाहिए for the production of 100 pollen grains so that I can get 100 male gametes. How many microspore mother cells I'll be needing? So it will be 100 upon 4. That will be 25. This is having a standard formula, my dear. ये इधर तो ये लोग ने seeds लिखा है ना, मैं fruits लिख सकती हूँ. You agree? I can write the term as fruits also over there. So it is, the formula is there for this. Either you write n plus n upon 4, or you write n plus n the whole upon 4. अभी मेरा n इधर कितना था 100 plus 100 upon 4. Correct or no? Am I right or no? I don't think. Some gadbad is there. Can you identify the gadbad? My dear friends, this is your usual maths, school maths it is. Bolo. I'm talking to you all, my dear friends. Please answer me. Nobody is telling me anything, so I will not get the idea whether you have understood or no. All are sleeping. I'll tell so not to keep my lectures at this time. My dear friends, all are sleeping?
No, ma'am.
Then what happened? Where are you all? I'm only talking. I cannot hear you all. Either मेरा question था, how many meiotic divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds? Somebody told me 50 and kept quiet. How पूछा तो आगे बोला ही नहीं. It is incorrect, my dear. For the formation of 100 seeds, I require 100 male gametes. I require 100 female gametes. Female gametes का मेरे को 100 का 100 मिलेगा ही. लेकिन male gametes I have to divide it by 4. So it will be 125 divisions, which is having a standard formula as n plus n upon 4. That is 100 plus 100 upon 4. Which by removing an LCM, I'll get 400 plus 100 upon 5. Sorry, upon 4. I'm sorry, upon 4, which is equal to 500 upon 4, which is equal to 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 5s are 20, 420 and 125. Got the answer? Or sleeping again? Are you all able to hear me? Hello? Are you all able to hear me? Then why there is no reciprocation from your end? Shubham, सो रहे हो? रिद्धि, शुक्ला, until you open your mouth, I'm not going to proceed further. My dear friends, please speak out. How will I understand whether you have understood or no?
Yes,
Excuse me. Please speak out now. Shubham and all that, where they are? शुभम किधर है आप? आपको समझा कि नहीं समझा? अभी 6 पेजेस का न्यूमेरिकल्स है ऐसा ही. Please answer them. Please. How many
Yes,
meiotic divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds? We just calculated with the help of the formula n plus n upon 4 or 5n upon 4. 5 into 100. That is 500 upon 4, which is coming to 125, the answer. For the formation of 50 seeds, how many minimum meiotic divisions are necessary? 50 seeds abhi. 100 seeds था, अभी 50 seeds. बोलो, कितना लगेगा?
Ma'am, half of 125?
Correct. That is 62.5, but it will be considered as 63. पर ये तो अभी सामने सामने था, इसके लिए आपने ऐसा बोला. ये नहीं होता तो क्या करते थे फॉर्मूले? That will be 5 into 50 upon 4. That is 250 upon 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24, 4 2s are 8.5, 62.5, that is 63. The answer over here will be 63. If the number of chromosomes in an endosperm cell is 27, what will be the chromosome number in the definitive or secondary nucleus or polar nucleus? Bolo. Endosperm cell is 27. Secondary nucleus.
Ma'am, the question is not visible.
If the number of chromosomes in the endosperm cell is 27, what will be the chromosome number in the definitive or secondary or polar nuclei? Bolo. है कोई आंसर? Can anybody answer? Nobody? Why? Why, my dear? Endosperm is triploid in nature. So 3n is 27. Definitive nucleus is diploid in nature. 2n is how much? Correct or no?
9 हुए.
हाँ? कितना आएगा?
Ma'am, 9.
ऐसा 9. 3n अगर जो 27 है तो n कितना हुआ? 9 हुआ. लेकिन ये इसने क्या पूछा अपने को? सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस, वो डिप्लॉयड है, तो 2 into 9 that is 18. समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am. Double. Yes,
बराबर है?
ma'am.
ओके, ये देखो इधर क्या लिखा है? इधर नंबर ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम इन एंडोस्पर्म सेल. एंडोस्पर्म इज ट्रिप्लॉइड इन नेचर. 3n. 3n is 27, so n will be 9. Correct? What will be number of chromosomes in the definitive or secondary nucleus? Secondary nucleus is already diploid. So 9 into 2, that is 18. How many meiotic divisions will be needed to produce 44 female gametophytes in angiosperms? Give the answer. Female gametophytes पूछा है अभी खाली. बोलो. How many meiotic divisions will be needed to produce 44 female gametophytes? Speak out. Nobody? In the case of female gametophyte, one megasperm mother cell which undergoes reduction division is capable of producing only one female gametophyte. So for the production of 44 female gametophytes, how many megasperm mother cells I need? It will be the same number of 44. The answer over here will be 44. How many meiotic divisions are required to produce 200 seeds? Here your formula is coming 5 upon 4. That is 5 into 200 upon 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 5 are 20. 5 into 50. That is 250. The answer will be 250. How many meiotic divisions are required to produce 200 seeds? For production of 200 seeds, I will require 250 meiotic divisions. Correct? एक तो 200 मेल फीमेल गमेट्स का है ही है, लेकिन मेल गमेट्स के लिए मेरे को 50 डिविजन्स चाहिए, because 200 divided by 4 will be 50. So the answer is 250. Endosperm of angiosperm is dash: haploid, diploid, triploid, tetraploid. Can anyone answer?
Ma'am, what is the question?
Endosperm of an angiosperm is dash: haploid, diploid, triploid, tetraploid. बोलो. No answer?
Ma'am, diploid?
एंडोस्पर्म अभी जो आपने कैलकुलेशन किया था, पिछले वाले एमसीक्यू में किया था ना कैलकुलेशन.
Haploid?
क्या बोला?
Haploid?
ये वाले एमसीक्यू में देखो किया था ना अभी.
Triploid?
हाँ, सब इना मीना माई कम और करके आंसर देता है. पहला डिप्लॉइड बोला, फिर हैप्लॉइड बोलता है, अभी बोलता है ट्रिप्लॉइड. नेक्स्ट, अ बाइलोब्ड डाइथिकस एंथर has 100 microspore mother cells per microsporangium. How many male gametophytes this anther can produce? The tears of the anther is tetrasporangiate. These are nothing but the microsporangia, pollen sac or microsporangium. इसने क्या बोला है? A bilobed diathecus anther has 100 microspore mother cells per microsporangium. तो 100, 100, 100, 100, तो 400 तो यही हो गया. 400 क्या है? Microspore mother cells. How many male gametophytes this anther can produce? अगर जो 400 मेगा माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल्स है, तो माइक्रोस्पोर्स कितना आएगा? एक मदर सेल से अपने को 4 मिलता है. एक माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल से अपने को 4 मिलता है. तो यहाँ पे 400 है, तो 400 into 4 which is equal to 1600. ध्यान में आया? Excuse me my dear friends, ध्यान में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So answer over there is 1600. A flower of tomato plant having the process of sexual reproduction produces 240 viable seeds. 240 seeds. Answer the following questions giving reasons. What is the minimum number of pollen grains that must have been involved in the pollination of the pistil? 240 प्रोडक्शन के लिए कितना पोलन ग्रेन्स इन्वॉल्व हुआ होगा बोलो? Any answer? अगर जो 240 viable seeds है, तो pollen grains will have to be what? Two 40 divided by 4, that is 60. Yes or no? Soturam,
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo, what it is? 240 divided by 4, that will come to 60. What is the minimum number of pollen grains that must have been involved in the pollination of the pistil? 60. Correct? 240 by 4.
Yes, ma'am.
What would have been the minimum number of ovules present in the ovary?
Ma'am, 60.
How 60? 240 है ना उधर सीड्स, तो अपने को उतना ही चाहिएगा ना, क्योंकि हर एक ओव्यूल में से अपने को एक ही फीमेल गमेट मिलता है ना. Correct or no? So it has to be 240. How many megaspore mother cells are involved? No? 240 megaspore mother cells are involved, na? Because they will give rise to 240 megaspores only, na? What
Yes,
is the minimum number of microspore mother cells involved in the above case? Minimum number of microspore mother cells. अभी आपने calculate किया था.
60.
Correct. How many male gametes are involved in this case? टू 40 सीट्स बनाने के लिए मेल गमेट्स कितना चाहिए? टू 40 सीट्स बनाने के लिए अपने को मेल गमेट्स कितना चाहिए?
मैम 240 का हाफ.
कैसा? मेल गमेट्स चाहिए अपने को, माय डियर.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
अगर जो 240 में को सीट बनाने का है तो 240 फीमेल गमेट्स चाहिए, 240 मेल गमेट्स चाहिए. मैंने मियोटिक डिवीजन नहीं पूछा है, माइटोटिक डिवीजन नहीं पूछा है, खाली गमेट्स कितना चाहिए मैंने पूछा है. तो इट विल बी 240 ओनली ना.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You understood that? See how many pollen grains are, इधर गया वो, how many male gametes are involved in this case? 240 seeds बनाने के लिए कितने male gametes involved है? 240 only ना.
240.
हाँ. How many pollen grains and ovules or eggs are likely to be formed in the anther and the ovary of an angiosperm bearing 25 microspore mother cells and 25 megaspore mother cells respectively? अब बताइए. My dear, time is running short. We have to finish off this at least this page. How many pollen grains and ovules or eggs are likely to be formed in the anther and the ovary of an angiosperm bearing 25 microspore mother cells? तो यहाँ से पोलन ग्रेन कितना आएगा 25 into 4 that is 100 and 25 megaspore mother cells respectively, तो वो 25 ही रहेगा. So how many pollen grains and eggs are likely to be formed? It is 125. 100 pollen grains and 25 egg cells. How many microspore mother cells would be required to produce 100 pollen grains in a pollen sac? 100 divided by 4. That will be 25 only. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
The number of chromosomes in the shoot tip cell of a wheat plant is 42. The number of chromosomes in the microspore mother cells of the same plant shall be 21, 42, 84, 14. Bolo.
Ma'am, 14.
How 14? My dear, the number of chromosomes in the shoot tip, यानी कि stem में. Stem is diploid by nature. It is having how many? 42.
42, yes.
The number of chromosomes in the shoot tip cell of the wheat plant is 42. The number of chromosomes in the microspore mother cell of the same plant shall be. अब बोलो.
मैम थोड़ा ऑप्शन दिखाया ना, ऑप्शन ही नहीं दिखाया मैम. 84.
My dear, कैसा 84 आएगा? Microspore mother cells are also diploid in nature. So the answer has to be 42.
Sorry. Yes मैम 42 ही रहेगा.
Okay. Can I start with a new chapter now? This I have finished with the first chapter. So can I start with a new chapter now? Or time is up? What is the time?
Ma'am,
as
we
per
don't
your-
know. Cause we have another lecture at 6:30.
मेरे को तो 6 बजे तक खाली लिखा है आज. संकेत sir, we will wind it up. What else can we do? Hello, Sanket sir. Hello. Sanket sir. Can we stop the lecture? It's 6 o'clock. Because I have to start with a new chapter otherwise. Excuse me. Siddhi? We will leave the room. What else, my dear friends? Okay, ठीक है. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.